Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. Today we are trying to wrap up our growing season and put away what we have grown, our bounty, I guess you would say. But it may not be that much to you, but we're trying to preserve some basil. Basil's kind of hard to put away. You can obviously dry it. Now the kick in the butt with basil is once you dry it, it really loses the flavor and the potency of the herb. I mean, it's just So if you're going to use fresh basil, use fresh basil. If you're going to use dried basil, you probably need to do 3 times as much to get some flavor out of it. And then once you add 3 times as much, you just end up with a bunch of brown stuff in your spaghetti. Kind of a kick in the butt. But what we're going to do today, this last little bit of basil we have, we're going to go ahead and preserve it. I'm going to show you how we're going to do it to where it will keep its flavor, because why'd you grow it if you can't enjoy it and use it to its full potential? So, okay guys, now we're back, and I do want to show you what we are working with. We are preserving basil. We're going to preserve our basil, and we're going to try to keep it as fresh as possible. We're going to do that with olive oil. You can, and I have done, with alcohol, with like vodka, and pour it in when you're cooking, and it cooks off. And we've also done it before. If you have been watching any of the videos, I have it packed in salt as well. Why not? We're trying it a little different way. Now, what we're going to do is fill it up with the leaves, top it off with the olive oil, and we're going to let it sit for a few months, and then we're going to see what we come out with. And I have done this before, and it is fantastic. You get a really dark black olive oil that is infused completely with the basil, and it smells like fresh basil, not like dried basil that you pull out of your food dehydrator. So, okay guys, now we're back, and I'm going to show you from those leaves what we have left. We have been able to set aside is about half of a pint jar full of basil. Now, I do have some of the florets. I have some seeds. I've got the leaves. Hell, I might even have a bug or two in there. But it's not going to matter, because we are going to now add extra virgin olive oil to our mason jar. We're going to just add and add and fill. Now this does take some time, so if you are looking to do this as a quick thing, it's going to take you a little time. There we go. More to come, guys. Okay guys, now we're back. I want to show you what we have here for the finished product. You can see we have the olive oil, and the basil leaves are in this suspension of olive oil. And basically what we would do is we would take this, set it in a cool, dark place. Once a month we'll pull it out, shake it up, something like that. Ideally, you want to let it sit for as long as possible. If it's just 2 months, if that's all you can do, well, that's okay. A year is ideal. Now, we're going to fast forward 1 year. We're all going to get a little older. Holy cow, guys, it's been a freaking year. I've worn the same clothes the whole damn time. How about that? But look at the basil oil suspension that we have. Look how dark the olive oil has turned. You crack this open, it smells like heaven, because it retains the essence of the garlic. Okay guys, now we're back, and I know you thought we were in the time warp, but sadly we are not. This is the one that we just set aside, and this is the one that has been sitting for a year. Now, all of the leaves have settled to the bottom of it, and you'll notice the difference in the oil. That is fantastic. We're going to pour this into this half pint, and we should have, we might have a little bit more than we need, but this is what we're doing. We're going to pull it aside and cook with it. The rest of it we're going to throw it out in the either put it in the compost or for the chickens. So more come, guys. Okay guys, now we're back. So that jar of basil from last year, we were able to store and set aside this much of the basil and olive oil, and I want to show you the color difference. There you go. Next year we'll have this, and we will continue on and on. This could be set aside and given as Christmas presents for people who really enjoy this kind of stuff. Don't give it to people who stick this shit on a shelf and just, you know, screw it. Because this is hard won. And worth every drop. Good stuff there. Anyway guys, I just wanted to show you that. You can also, like I said, you can also salt preserve the basil where it really retains a lot of the flavor. You can also do it in alcohol, like in vodka. Pour it in there, and we might do one of that, and that will preserve it pretty good too. It cooks off really fast. That's a nice thing about preserving all your herbs and stuff like that in alcohol. Drying them out, basil just doesn't do it service. It really doesn't. Rosemary does a lot better dried to me. A lot of the other herbs and everything, kind of an either or. But it's going to wrap it up for us, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Just a second, you're going to see a picture of my ugly mug pop over on that side of the screen, and on the opposite side, going to be some videos if we are indeed your brand of wacky. The hooch is out. Hopefully she will be home in a little bit. Guys, take care of you people.